Good morning, everybody. Sunday morning. Gonna try to pick up where we left off yesterday on our pennies. I'll stream for a couple of hours, at least at the latest until Copper Owl starts his stream today. But we're gonna get through some more of these rows. Right now we're at 32 wheat cent through 5 rows and fixing to open the 6th row in that bunch. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you this fine Sunday morning? I got all of Allison's ASEs encapsulated now, so they are safer. I hate that those couple got a little bit of damage from being in a container. I guess that was PVC in those old flips that they were in. I couldn't get up this morning. I woke up about 6 this morning and thought, man, you ought to get on up. You could have a good morning and start screaming. Well, good. I'm fine. Like I said, I woke up about 6 this morning and thought, I ought to get up and get on and scream. And then I said, well, I'll lay here for a little bit longer. Long story short, it ended up being almost 9 o'clock before I got up. So I did get those put into airtight, so that's a good deal there. Those came in yesterday. Got some more coming for some other stuff, but I'm gonna pick up where we left off yesterday. We've done 5 rows and have 32 wheat cents so far. Yep, they're in good shape now. Yeah, we're at 32 through 5 rows. And I did a little bit of the stream yesterday in looking at some that a friend of ours gave me. So I went through some of those. I've still got 7 or 8 rows of those to do. But these are back on the mom and pop pennies. $47. $45, I think. Yep, 45S. So how are you and your dad doing this morning? Did your daughter's birthday party and all go good yesterday? Let me know if there's anything wrong with the stream today, if the sound's okay and everything's showing good. Haven't had any problems so far with this new setup, but remember I saw somebody last night in Paul's stream, and I meant to set them up on the so that they had a tab for their a coin birthday. That's cool. Well, I sure thank you for my birthday present. That is very, very sweet of you and totally unexpected. I was surprised. Was not expecting that. And I have to say, that's one of the prettiest $50. The way they did that, the contrast between the dark background and the gold inlay is beautiful. Hey, nobody, how are you today? I've still got a few of the pennies that you gave me to go through. I'm going back to some others I was doing for a while. I wanted to look and see what my 1980 looked. Oh yes, it was. It was very much in need of thanks. You don't get those in the mail just every day. Certainly didn't have to do that, but it's very much appreciated. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call what I'm doing productive, but it's fun. I didn't get the dishwasher loaded, so I have done something productive today. Y'all probably be hearing that in the background. Good morning, Allison.
Mom's on her way back to the hospital.
Huh?
Mom's on her way back to the hospital.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That's a 55. Be nice to find that DDO, but it's really obvious when you see that. And I've never found one, but I've seen pictures. I've got to get set up where I can chat to you. Okay. So Stephanie, I'm sorry you didn't load up on your hunt yesterday. I guess that's why they call it hunting, not finding. Hey Benji, how are you today? How are you doing this morning? Going through some pennies, seeing what we can find. It's 46, I think. We found two really nice, a 50 and a 55 yesterday that I think I'm gonna send to be graded with some things that Seaweave is sending. She said we could bundle them together and it save us some money on it. So she's sending them, so I think I'm gonna send these two. But I wanted to wait to get through the rest of the rows just to see if there was anything else that might need to go. There's another wheat, a 57. Alright, looks like that'll be it for that row. So we will add yesterday, Ben, we found this 1916 barber dime. It was pretty cool to see that pop out of the rolls. It's pretty 2004. I've been concentrating so much on the wheat years and early years, I haven't paid much attention to my more modern side of my album. So every now and then I need to check and see what shape those are in. And I've got a crappy looking 2004 in there. That's what I had in my album. I'm gonna put this one in there. It's really nice. We'll go from this to this. Good trade. Yeah, we found one steel cent yesterday too. I have never tried to clean it. It's in decent shape. I've got a whole tube almost full of steel cents. If you mention clean a coin on these channels, you get roasted. But all those are still pennies too. Go ahead and put that one in there. Yep, that was a good one, Stephanie. Of these wheat cents in tube marked for the year, so I don't look back through them for varieties and things as I'm hunting, especially in this circumstance. But I keep them all, so I can always go back and look for varieties later on those. See, I'm gonna get me an empty tube just to keep possible upgrade coins in. I've heard vinegar being one of the ways to clean them without damaging them. And I mean, somebody, I can't remember who it was, made a point that, you know, that they were coins that they were putting in their album, and, you know, it wasn't something they were trying to sell or put over on anybody that they were in better shape than they were, but he just wanted to put nice coins in his album, and he wanted them to be clean, so he would clean them to put it in there. Right, Ben, I don't see a problem with that. I mean, things that I'm not trying to get graded or that I just want to put in an album and have them look good, I don't see a problem with that. But that's just my opinion. And there's a steel scent. I thought it was, but it's so corroded. I need to send that one to you, Ben. Let you do the vinegar on it, see if it would help it. I don't even want to put that one in with my in my tube with the others. They're in a lot better shape than that. There's a Wheatie. What we got? So we got a 58D. And a 52D. And a steel cent that's in pretty rough shape. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get super aggressive with it, but I mean, if I'm putting it in an album, I will take a soft lint dust cloth that I have and just knock the outside layer off. It's a pretty 57D in good shape there. So Copper Owl will be on this afternoon at 2. If y'all have never, I know you have, Stephanie, and you too, Ben. I'm pretty sure I've seen you in his stream. But he's doing a good job with his hunt. He just does one box hunts. There's something to say about, you know, the dirt on the coins, like the walkers. Hey, Muscle Shell. That would be me although it's been a while since I found a walker. I think the last one was on Southern Metal Stream. So I'm going to get a birthday box with Pa, not this weekend, but next weekend. And if he's still doing doubles, then me and my wife are going to do a box battle with it. That ought to be fun. It's a 40S. Not very clean, but a wheatie nonetheless. Take a bigger look at this one. I think it's machine doubling on it, but I don't know why it always has trouble getting that cursor removed. Drives me nuts. Okay, this is a 73S. Looks like it's got some machine doubling on it, but the S mints are hard to come by, so let's see what that one needed. I ask you guys to keep my mother-in-law in your prayers. She fell at the nursing home, assisted living facility that she's had, and she's having to go to the hospital. She hit her head, and not sure how serious yet. We're waiting on her to get there. She lives out of town, so we have to kind of sit on pins and needles and wait to see what happened, how she's doing. Hopefully she'll be fine, but she's been having some problems with falling of late. Hey, Shelly. Oh, we haven't been on long. I couldn't make myself get out of bed this morning, so I'm gonna add that one to the album. 73S. I don't have that one. It's not in really. I will tell her, but we're waiting to hear back from her brother on how she's doing, but she's being carried to the hospital. But she has fallen, or they found her on the floor, uninjured, thankfully up to this point, a few times, and we weren't really sure what's going on, so hopefully they'll be able to, hopefully she'll be okay from the fall, but we're all kind of wondering what with her balance. Thank y'all. so that roll had one steel cent in pretty rough shape and 7 wheat cent. So 47 wheat cents in 7 rolls. Yeah, that was a good name. You did good, Benji. And there's a shiny 09. Pa's Cabin. That thing is flawless. Got one little scratch just to the left of the cabin, but it is pretty. Ooh. And there's a 57 that's in pretty good shape, wheaty. Hey, Stan Horn. How did you end up, Stan Horn? Were you the box they found the silver in last night? $47. D. I haven't even pulled up Discord this morning. Ooh, looky there. Indian head. 1903. It's the second Indian head for the box. 1903 Indian head. Looks like a wheatie there. Nope, it's 1970. Silver's been tough to find in the boxes of late. That's a 27. It's pretty nice 27. Got some wear, but can't get mad at that. It's not hard, Stan. It's a good little medium to show pictures of your coins and stuff like that. And it's you know, we can keep the membership down to just people that we know. So just a little place to do some coin talk and show some pictures and do that kind of thing. It's the 92. See a close AM are on the P and D. And that's not one, that's a wide AM. This is an unusual Sunday for me. I'm already usually thinking about going in tonight. But I don't have to go in until tomorrow, and then I've got the next week off. I'm looking forward to that. Y'all may get sick of me being on next week. So why didn't that command work, Stephanie? Oh, I think it's W Discord, Stephanie. They're just a continuation of that mom and pop box that I had. $44. Yeah, you say that, Stephanie, but it may get boring after a while. But thank you. If you guys enjoy such low-key streams, then we are going to be in good shape. Although I am going to come up with some type of giveaway or something to try to get the interest into getting our subscribers up to 100. They're the same line of pennies that that I was hunting in those other videos. This should be the last of them. Although I hope not. There's still some hope that the couple that was turning them in had maybe went on vacation or just had a downturn where they stopped rolling them and turning them in, so it's possible they might show back up again one day. This is an 84. I'd love to find one with a doubled ear. That would be awesome. I know Rob had one he showed on his stream one night. I don't know if he found it live, but not that one. So that's the second Indian head we found so far out of 7 or 8 rows. That 1905 and a 1901. And then we had 5 wheat cents out of that roll. So that's going to move our total to 52. in 8 rows. No, that's not the number of rows, that's number of cents. Yeah, but it is 8 rows. We're on this is starting the 9th row. I'm gonna move this phone. It may vibrate a little bit. I'm gonna turn these notifications off. Okay. So if anybody is needing some pennies for their album, if they've got a hole that needs filling for your album, feel free to grab my email off the YouTube and shoot me an email and see what we can find for you. I sent some coins out here and there. For me, it's just a fun way to share what I'm finding. And I mean, you know, you can go out and buy coins, and there's nothing wrong with that, because the availability of these coins, some of the other older dates, you're not going to find them. You could search your lifetime and not find some of these dates in bankroll boxes. So some of those holes in the album are going to have to be filled by buying them. But it's fun to trade them, you know, find somebody that's needing one and trading the coins out with them. That's, to me, almost as cool as finding them. Looks like a 54. My eyes aren't cooperating today. 56. That's 2 Wheaties for that row. I'm going to have to move this coffee because I am bound and determined to knock it over yet. Reaching for that scope. Okay, that's better. So 53 with some good colors still on it. It's not up there with that 50 or 55 that we found, but it's pretty. $47. That looks like an old one there. That may be a 17. Let's take a look at it. That's hard to read. What is that going to be? What do y'all think the date is on that? It's a teens for sure. Wow, maybe a 12. No, it looked to me like Yeah, maybe a 15. The extra magnification don't help when you put it under a scope when you've got a date like this that is hard to see. Okay, Stan, we'll be around for an hour or two. Maybe a 15. No, it's like a 17. Cool, Stephanie. I can't wait for y'all to start searching and finding. That's a 1917, I believe. What do y'all think? Let me see if I can blow it up just a little more.
Do what?
Hey, Daniel. Yeah, I think you're right. It's got some damage at the top. It was making me. I think that is going to be a 17. $19.17 wheat penny. That's pretty old. Just imagine where that penny could have traveled. Yeah, I think so, Stephanie. I think it's going to be a 17. I think so. You catch the light just right. That damage kind of makes it look like a 5, but I think y'all are right. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to search and find them. It's fun to trade them, but you can't find these coins in circulation anymore. So if you really want a high quality album, there's another '09. Not as nice as the other ones we were finding. If you really want to put that high quality album together, then you're going to have to buy coins. Now, I've got a local coin shop that I've never really. There's another Indian. That's going to be 3 Indian heads for this box out of 9 rows, I think. Let's see what it is. I'm still zoomed in. I'm sorry. Well, we'll take this opportunity to examine this coin then. What year is it going to be? 1907. Wow, you can see some of the detail in the headband on that one. Put it under the scope. Zoom this phone back out. Yeah, you can see some of the lettering in the headband on that one. 1907. That it will be 3 Indian heads for the box. 1901, a 1903, and a 1907, I believe. Yeah, you're right, Stephanie. I mean, it's like old guns. If you got an older gun that's valuable, the worst thing you can do is have it cleaned and re-blued and spruced up to look nice, because it destroys the value. My dad got a set of old shotguns. And they're in pretty good shape. They were used pretty regular. But worst thing you can do to a vintage gun is to have it cleaned. It's 53, I think. And not sure on that one. 58. That's like my walkers. I mean, they're not BU condition, but I like them with a little bit of that toning or dark color around the. It's a 44. You got to find one of them Gen Cantor 44s. A steel scent 44. If that thing stuck to a magnet, we'd be in some money then. Okay. So that roll we had another Indian head, and looks like 9 wheat cents. This is going to be 67. No, 51, 61 wheat cents. Through 9 rolls. And we had 2 Indian heads on that. No, 1 Indian head on that. 3 for the box. All right, let's go on to the next one. That's crazy what the coins that Pa was able to get in for his stream, to the point of being able to do double boxes for everybody. I mean, that's pretty much unheard of. And we're supposed to be in a coin shortage. He may be the reason. That last box of nickels that I got 2 boxes of nickels, and the first box was kind of off, but the last 10 rows, I think I pulled a buffalo out of it. I think I've got it here somewhere. Pulled a buffalo nickel, and then we ended up finding a that's it, 37 buffalo. We ended up pulling a 48S semi-key date, and I didn't have that one in my album, so we were able to fill a spot. And a Silver War nickel, and 2 proofs. Those were gorgeous too. I think I've got them here. A 61 and a 60 proof nickel came out of the Arkansas nickel boxes, but they were gorgeous. That's a Philadelphia mint. And it threw me off when we found them, because I was thinking that they were plated. But the more we started looking at them under the scope, can't remember who that was I was talking to that night, but one thing you'll see on plated coins is that the steps and things on the memorial on the back kind of lose their detail when they get plated, because it adds another layer of coating to the coin, and those steps on those 2 were too pretty to be to have been plated. So we decided those must have been proof coins, and they did have some Philadelphia proof coins minted. I just wasn't sure what the years were on it. Here's a quick. My eyes aren't working good this morning. 81 and 46. Look up 58. You know, it's one of these promotional things like the Franklin Mint or whatever. You know, that they just did some coins and they plated them to make them look shiny. I've got a $50 that we found one night that looked like it was plated, and they're just shiny to be just circulated coins, and they're not proofs either, not on those halves. But Philadelphia made proof coins for some years, and so that's what made me wonder whether those were plated coins or not. But I actually think those are proof coins. They're not cameo, they're not deep cameo like the $50, but there are proofs. $53. Yeah, I agree, Ben. What happened? I know Allison had a had a steel cent that was from one of those packs that you can get that was so shiny. I mean, it looked brand new. And it was shinier than what the original steel cent would have been fresh from the mint. And it had been plated with something. Yeah, this is this 74 is a coin that was found in one of Paul's hunts that is plated, and you can just tell by the coloration and the way it looked that it's been plated, and it weighed a little bit more than a typical $50 too. William was on that night, and I think he kind of knew some of the story behind that. I can't remember what the plating was on that coin, but it made it weigh a little bit more than a typical than a regular $50. $47. $47D. Okay, that's gonna finish up row 10, I believe we're on. Yeah, and it's just to sucker in people that don't know any better, because there's no value in them whatsoever. Matter of fact, they probably go down in value once they do that. Okay, so roll number 10 added 6 more wheat pennies. We got 67 now through 10 rolls. 67 wheat pennies through 10 rolls. There's the dime. Looks silver. Let's see what they definitely look silver. $19.64 Rosie. So that's the second dime we found in the box. Oh, that glare kills me. Don't know how to get around it sometimes. Now see, that coin, the way we were looking at it, kind of looked doubled, but when you turn it, that's one way to tell machine doubling too. If you can turn the coin and adjust the lighting on the coin and the doubling goes away, then that's machine doubling. That's pretty cool. The one barber and 164 90%er.
Be sure to fix your camera.
Oh, thank you. My technical advisor reminded me to put the camera back. Let's look at 47. There's a Wheatie. 56. Yeah, you wanna, wow. Oh my. That one's nice. 1939 D. But look at the color on it for that older coin. It's got some gunk on it. I'm not sure what that is, but so, you know, that's one that's gonna go in my album, but I don't think I will claim that. You know, I wish that wasn't there. I don't know what that is. $1939D. Look at the back. There's no way that can't be an upgrader. Actually, I don't have that one, so that's going to fill a spot. I'm thinking about getting me another camera that I can have off to the side, where when I'm doing album work, I can have the album under there. So 39D. There you go. That was a nice. I thought it was going to be an upgrade, and it filled a spot. Woo woo! Yeah, that one's pretty good. Now, see, that's one I'd like to clean. I mean, I'd like to get that gunk off of it. And since it's just going in my album, I mean, you know, I don't really see a problem in that. But I wouldn't want to do anything that would, you know, that would damage it. But that's one that I don't think a little soap and water would hurt. Yeah, that's the nicest. That's probably the oldest wheat that I've seen in that condition out of these boxes.
It's a nice coin name.
It's pretty, wasn't it?
It is. It's really pretty. It's a pretty one.
71. Okay, Stephanie, thank you for that. That looked like more like environmental damage, if anything. It's a 41 wheat cent. $83D. I'm separating the copper as I go.
The black wool sheet thing going.
It's 60, I think. What is that? 60D. The 1970D. Yeah, I've got one penny, Stephanie, that's it was a die clash. That's the one that I've got on that Discord channel that is struck through. That you should be able to see it on both sides. I think what Rob said, he had one that you could actually see the imprint of Lincoln's head on the other side. And I've never really looked at mine close enough to see if I've got that kind of detail on it. Stephanie, I know you didn't find anything in your rolls last night, but that Robin Hood coin that Paul gave you as a skunk round was pretty nice. I like those rounds. That was pretty. one more wheatie for that roll. It's a 27. That would be a boomer in Pa's book, 1927. Okay, so we had a silver dime for that roll and 5 wheat cents for that roll. Roll number 11. Six wheat cents. So that's going to take our total to 73 wheat cents and 11 rolls. $73 and 11. Roll number 12. Let me put that up. Yeah, Hudson is amazing on the knowledge that he has for his age on those coins is crazy, but he is all about it. Now these are the 1/10 ounce baby walkers. But I just noticed that this one is a lot bigger than the other two. I don't know. The way on my scales getting kind of piled up though. Alright, so roll 12. Yo, you'll love that. I've got some really nice coins out of those. V nickels that were just in really good condition. But that neat the way he marketed that for as that Hudson's collector's kit. And Hudson's favorite coin is the V nickel. That was tremendous what he did with the mailing out all those Hudson collector's kits to anybody that sent an email to get kids started in collecting. Yeah, he's blazing fast on the opening. It scares me sometimes, but I don't think he misses anything. And Pa's kind of in the background there monitoring stuff. I know he's not going to miss silver. It's a wheat penny, got 42. Yep. First of that row. There's an 09, not in great shape. So I've got all of those now, I think. I've got a Pa's Cabin. Nope, I got 2 of those. What's that year called? I can never keep up with the name for the year. There's one more. So I've got Pa's Cabin and the early years, I think it's called, where he's reading on the log, and then that one. I'm not sure, and I think there's one more. He is Ben. 92D. the wide AM on this coin. The D and P are supposed to have that possibility, and that's not one. It's a 44S, I think. So it sounds like y'all had a good little family time watching the stream. Allison stayed in it, watched it all night, all the way to the end. Yeah, that's right. So that must be the professional life. So haven't found the presidency yet, I guess. Yeah, they're all the 09. Okay, Stephanie.
What's the benefit of having silk touch on something? Like a pig? What is the benefit of silk touch? I know what it does. Like it minds the block as it is, but when would you need that?
There's a wheat penny. We got 44, I think. 42. Okay. So is this the professional life then? Okay, so early years is the log cabin then.
Oh, I don't think about that. Yeah, but I still don't see much benefit when you can still get to those things the regular way. I've got some books with it.
Okay, so that row is 12. Gonna have 3 wheat pennies in it.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Oh, still. Do you have a good bow?
That's gonna bring our total to 76 wheat pennies. 12 rolls.
You can kind of take the pick. Well, I mean, I've got so many that I've gotten for fishing.
So, Ben, what is your favorite coin to try to collect? Is your name indicator of what the one that you like the most?
I've got a bunch of them here. I just caught another.
I haven't gotten into the dollar, the Morgan and Peace dollar. I've got some, but not put together like a collection. I'm not trying to gather those coins yet.
If you need it, which I don't, but oh, I know. I'm just saying, you can come get this extra pick out chest. If you've got, I don't have the XP to do it, or I'll do it for you. I doubt.
My close vision is just knocking today. I don't know if it's like
Oh, it hurts.
could be part of the problem.
That book still, 'cause I won't mend him on my, so I've still got.
Benjies are nice.
Plus I got other stuff to sell people over there.
You said that stream with Copper Owl where we found all those, didn't you, Benji?
Cool. It's weird, all you catch are fishing poles or bows. You don't catch any other enchanted stuff other than books. You do get books.
You like the Morgan, Daniel?
Bows, fishing rods.
You know, I like the Morgan too. It's just, you know, those that Rob puts together. I mean, that are just in such great condition. That's in really great condition on those. And then you see those CC Morgans that people pay thousands of dollars for. And I'm kind of unclear on what the mintage situation are on those. So I mean I might under those were not minted through the regular mints. Those were some type of special mintage coins. I've never figured out what the Carson City Morgans are and why they're so special. Daniel, I found spots for all 3 of those coins that y'all sent me. I sure appreciate you doing that.
I mean, you get levels and you get other good stuff, but it takes a while to get anywhere XP wise.
I would find a close AM. I found one wide AM one time, but I've never found a close AM. What we got? It's a 46. Never found a close AM, and the wide AM was a 2000, which I'm to understand is kind of the common.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, I like proof coins too. Or, you know, I like the proof halves. That's one of my, aside from a really blinging silver find, finding those proof coins in rolls is pretty cool too. I sent a 1987 S proof NIFC off for to Weckler's to see if I could get a DDO designation on it, because everybody that's looked at that when it was found and the more I looked at it here, the more I agree, but it looks to be doubled much in the same way that the 74D DDO is doubled. On the word trust and the mint mark on that coin look doubled. So I'm interested to see if I get a designation back from Weckler's. And from what I understand, they don't have any listing for the 87S as a DDO. And my understanding is if you submit something that's the first time, that you get to name it or something like that. So, did you see the proof coins, Daniel, that I showed the other day that I got? I'm going to put them in a small album to complete my sets for the Kennedy years. I just don't have much of the Morgan in peace. Now, my grandmother left me a piece dollar, a 23 or 22 piece dollar that I've got in the album that she didn't have an album. She she just had them in a can, and when she passed, my aunt took them and put them in an album format and gave one album to each grandkid. So we all got some of her coins, and I showed that on a previous stream where she had a note in there that those were not to be touched, that they were for the grandkids. 46. So that's pretty cool, and that's the good thing about coins too. You know, it's something you can leave behind, and hopefully something your kids and can treasure and have to look back on and remind them of dear old dad, or whatever the case may be. It's hard to get kids away from the phones and doing this kind of stuff nowadays, but I hope mine look back through some of my stuff one day when that time has come, and have a fond memory for dear old dad. Okay, so that roll was number 13, I think, and it's going to add 6 more wheat cents. And that will bring our total to 82. $82 wheat cents. And I'm going to take all of these and split them up into my individual capsules or tubes. Once I stop today, I think I'll go ahead and put all those in. So one day when I don't have coins, I might pick a year that has some possible variations, varieties, and then go back through them with a scope and look at them that way. So I'm not awful worried about missing something on the initial, because it's going to give me something to do another day where I can go back and look them over again. Do you have an album going for Morgans, Daniel? $69S, so that's supposed to be a possible coin that has variation. What is that? It's Obverse DDO, and I don't see anything. Let's look on the bigger screen. Oh wow, Daniel, I bet that's awesome. So maybe you know, what is the deal? What is the CC? What is that? What's the big hoodoo over the CC Morgans that makes them so special? I don't see any doubling on that coin, so it just be a 69S. I've never understood what makes those, aside from them just being awesome, you know, quality and shape. There's a foreign coin, first time. That's a newer one. 2006 Canadian. And there's a blazer. Pretty nice wheat. That's a 55, 53. 53D. Got a little tarnish on it. Still nice. Oh, sorry, got the wrong screen. Still a nice wheat scent there. Got some good color to it. 1953D. Let's check that one against the album, see what it looks like. So is that what make them so valuable, is the low mintage? Okay, Shelley, thank you. So where were they minted at? So there was I mean, I've never heard of the Carson City Mint. Yeah, I had never heard of that mint. You know, I kept seeing those slabbed Morgans that were going for a couple grand a piece. I didn't understand where they were coming from. But those are prized. You don't see one of those come up for auction that's not, people aren't jumping on it. That's a good prized possession to have, Daniel. There's a wheat penny with a little luster still on it. 57. There's 50. Oh, 56D. Cool, Stephanie. I'll look at it. Look at it a little later. Ooh, that's an oldie. That's an oldie. $19.16 wheat penny. That's an oldie. Okay, so that row we had 5 wheat and 1 Canadian. Five wheat pennies and 1 Canadian. Row 14. In the books. Row 15. Hey, Copper Owl. You getting home from church? Okay, all right, Shelly. I'll take a look. Oh, Carson City, Nevada. You see, I never knew there was a mint there. I wondered all this time why those coins were fetching such big premium. And that is a beauty, Daniel. I see the CC mint mark on the back. Wow. Oh, that's gorgeous. 1883. 83 or 88? 83. That's a beaut. Hey, Sir Benji. Just bumbling along on a Sunday. Thought I'd get on for a few hours looking through some pennies. We found a 1916 Wheatie just a minute ago, and we found a silver dime, a rosy dime, a little bit ago. There's a wheat penny. What we got on this one? $52. That's an awesome coin. Is that a one that's been passed down hand to hand, Daniel, or is that one that you found, one of those offers you can't refuse? you, Sir Benji. There's the wheat penny. What we got? This one. $19.50. How'd your hunts go last week, Sir Benji? There's a Wheatie. 52. No, 58. 58D. Third for this roll. And that's another one. It's a 50, I think. Yep, another 50. Yesterday we found a 1916 barber dime, and then we found a silver rosy dime, and I've got two wheat pennies that I think Seaweave is going to help me grade. She's got one. She has an account, and she wants to send a coin off to be graded, and so she offered to send mine with hers, so I may send her these two here. And this, I've never graded a penny, but that 55D is just perfect. The 50's a little dark. I don't know, I'm still on the fence about sending that one, but that 55, I can't find anything wrong with it. I'll be interested to see what kind of grade they give me on that one. But it's a hero or zero on grading pennies, because it's either going to be, you know, a high grade and a decent return, and being one number off. Instead of a 67, if it's a 66, it can go from $800 penny to $9.
Can you pick up spawners with them?
There's a wheat. This looks like a 58. Oh, that's not too bad. I have never found, of course, we don't, in Alabama, we're not coming across much in W quarters. I don't think I've ever found a W quarter. Now, I haven't searched quarters, you know, per se, just a box of quarters. I've done some roll searching, just where I was able to get $100 worth of quarters, and I found some errors and what have you. Of course, never any silver quarters, but but we don't see many W mints. Alabama, too far away, I guess. There's a wheat penny, like a 55 or 53. 53D. The last box of halves that I searched, I found a 90%er in it, and you know, I think I said earlier I've never found a walker in the wild, but I did. I found a walker in a box that I got from Pa. That, you know, he named some of the boxes after subscribers, and this was after he had named this series of boxes after Advocate, and I got one to search, 55D, and it had a 90 on the a walker on the last row. Walker on the last row. I wanted to fall out of my chair like Hudson, but I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get up. Yeah, I'm gonna send the 55 for sure, Stan. I mean, I want to say, you know, I don't know how much you can put into these red book numbers, but the 55D penny, if I can get a 67, according to the red book, 55D, and if I can get a mint state 67 reds, they have it as a $700 coin. So but it's $750, you know, possibility there for a 67, but it goes from 67 to 65 is $9. So if you can get one in that really good condition. Now, and it's got some of the auction prices that are crazy. In April of 2013, an MS-67 red sold for $7,000. A 66 red sold for $130 in October of 2014. So I like my coins, but if that thing scored a 67 and somebody wants to offer me $7 for it, I'll even insure it when I send it to you. Did you see the one stand that I was talking about? Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. I don't know if you saw it earlier when we were looking at it. It's in the slip, but it's a stunner. I mean, I can't find scratch one on it. So did you look on PCGS for that, Stephanie? 55D and mint state 67. What does PCGS have it selling for? Yeah, these are crazy coins, then. Crazy coins to be in this good a shape. That's going to be 9 more wheat cents in that box. That's in that row rather. So that row 15. We added 9. It's going to give us 91 total for the box. It was a 55D, 1955D. I've got all my monitors tied up with the stream and everything, so I can't look it up, and I haven't took the opportunity to do it off camera. A 55D. And then the other one was a 50 that has good color on it too. So I'm thinking about sending both of those, you know, if I find any more. So how many of you sent, Stan? Oh, 5, you say. I see that now. We may have another still cent here. No, just miscolored. Just miscolored. It's a D, 55D. It's in good shape. The ones that are in really good shape, just even the wheat stalk on the back of these things are just sick. What years were the ones you sent? Hey, JC, Wolf, how are you? Wolf Riviera, how are you today? What years were the ones you sent, Stan? But look at the separation on the stalk for that coin. It's 58. How are you guys doing? JC, Wolf, y'all having a good Sunday morning? I mentioned it earlier. Asked y'all to keep my mother-in-law in your prayers. She's fell at the assisted living home that she's at and bumped her head. We're not sure how bad it is. So we're waiting to hear. She's supposed to be on her way from the on her way to the hospital. So we're waiting to hear from her on that. The 1921 wheat cent. Yeah, what is it, Stan, about that year? That 50 and 55 years seem to be the ones that come out in these rows being so good. So for some reason there was not a D minted in 21. I just noticed that when I looked in my album. That's an S though. I see the S now. Did you have to work, JC, or just couldn't sleep? So that's going to fill a spot there. It's not in the greatest of shape, but it'll hold the place for a while. Okay, that's cool, Stephanie. Thank you for looking that up for me. But it's a hero or zero. You either get the 67 or or it falls significantly after that. Yeah, I woke up this morning, JC, at, I don't know, it was after a little after 6, and thought, man, I ought to get up, get the coffee going, and jump on live for a little bit. And I said, well, I'll just kind of, I'll stay in bed till 7. 7 ended up being 9, so I finally got up about 9, and I'm off today. First Sunday I've been off in quite a while. So is 69 the year with no FG that you look for, no FG? I had one last night from those other rows that I was hunting for that nobody had sent me. And it, you couldn't see it under high magnification. Oh, I'm sorry, JC. I get up at 3 a.m. during the week to go to work when I'm on days. But on Sunday, when I'm on day shift, I go in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and just generally work about 4 hours and come home. But I got bumped out of it this weekend, which that's cool. Everybody ought to have an opportunity. Okay. Floating roof. Yeah, that's what somebody said. Floating roof. It's another 09. Ooh, there's an Indian head. It's going to be Indian head number 4 for this box. Indian head penny coming up. I'm going to come back and look at that S in just a minute. That 69S is supposed to be a possible DDO on it. Okay, ooh, 1880, that's what I'm seeing. 1880 Indian head. $18.80. Indian head number 4 for the box. Nice. So let's look at this 69S for DDO. And no, I don't see it. I would love to one day. Of course, I've found the half dollars, 73, 71s, and 74s, but I don't know that I've ever found a legit penny that was a double die. But that does not keep me from searching. It's 46. Coin down, coin down. You're good, Stephanie. No need to be sorry. Yeah, really. It'll be interesting to see. Now, I remember the other one that I sent off. I went to NGC. Somebody helped me with that, and it took forever to get back. I know he was sick and tired of me calling him, kind of like the kids. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
I'll be back later.
Huh?
I'll be back later. I'm bringing one.
And there's another machine doubled coin there. You can see that extra to the right. That looks machine doubled to me. The more you turn it, it kind of goes away. But those will fool you. There's another wheat penny. 54 looks like. 54D. Okay, so that's roll number 15. That's roll number 16. Had one blazer. 57D. And for 5 totals for that roll. And we are at 96 wheat pennies through 16 rolls. Roll 17. 56. It's a pretty 63. Got a little tarnish on it. Yeah, I think seaweed may have some with her playing a certain amount of opportunities to grade coins, so I'm not sure. We haven't talked cost yet, but I'm not sure what it cost. I think it was like $60 or something like that for that $half that I had graded, and I broke even on it. Here's the Canadian. What we got? 2001. One wheat, one Canadian. TD. Oop, don't have the camera up. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's a 64. Yeah, I never, JC, wake up at my alarm. It seems like I always wake up before my alarm goes off. Well, that's a good upgrade for the 64D. So we'll go from that to that. Okay. It's another 56. Pretty 56. Are you still working, JC, or not to be prying for your age, but one of these days, hopefully before too much longer, I'm going to be able to retire. Hey there, High Pocket. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Every now and then I put the bigger scope on and forget to flick it back. How are you doing today, High Pockets? So wouldn't it be cool, I was just looking in the red book, to flip one of those 55s up and see something like that. Now, buddy, that's a double die right there. And this was a 56D, and it's supposed to have a D over shadow D. 56D above shadow D. So what would that look like? Not like that, I don't guess. Nope, it was me. It was me. Sorry about that. I wonder where Copper Owl went. He was in for a second and gone. I don't know if he was at church or maybe driving home or. Oops. But he should have a dollar hunt coming up this week, later this afternoon. If anybody's interested in watching that, I don't know where he's at on the road. I think that he might have sold out. I saw him and another subscriber on Paul's channel, maybe it was, or talking during the hunt. So I hope he was able to find somebody to sell that box out. But if not, if somebody would like to get some rolls, he does a good job with his hunt, and $3 a roll, and he searches for the DDOs and all the varieties. But he does it a little different than some of the other streams. He keeps up with the coins as he searches them, and then that one got a ding. And then he goes back after the stream. Sometimes he'll stream it late at night. He goes back and looks for those varieties on the 74s and 71, 73, 77. So you get that benefit of finding those DDOs and things. I've known he has sent me several before that he found after the stream that were DDOs. So we got a 1919 Wheatie just popped up. 1919. Now if that was a walker, that'd be something there. 1919 wheat penny. That's pretty nice. 1919. It's not the oldest for the box, but at that, as Rob would say. If imitation is the greatest form of flattery, Rob gets more flattery than anybody I know. Alright, so that's a 69S. It's possible DDO on it. I don't think this is one, but you gotta keep looking. Not the DDO. There's the wheat penny. What we got there? It's 46. Here's a wheat. It's 41, I think. $41. environmental on it. And then we had the 1 Canadian in this roll. There's another wheat. There's back-to-back Wheaties. 42 and 57, I think. No, 53D. $79, $77, $76, $64p. I think it has a variety, a double die. Now, this one is doubled, but I believe that's machine doubling. You can see it on the 6 and the 9. I'm not an expert on doubling, so but I don't think that's one. Okay, so what did we have for that roll? Pretty 56. Total of 7 wheat cent and a 2001 Canadian penny. So 7 wheat cents and a foreign. Roll 17. Oop, that was 7, so what's our total now is 103. 103 through 17 rolls. Hey, L&W. Do you know if he sold out, L&W? I think he was talking with somebody last night about getting the rolls for tonight. That's a steel cent. Gonna be number 4. There's a Blazer wheat penny too. So we got a 43S, it looks like. Yep, 43S Steely. You're welcome, L&W. What did you post it up there? Oops. Oh, I never done that before on my stream. I'm sorry about that. Don't know what I did. Ruh-roh. Bear with me. I do not know what I've done.
No, he didn't know what he's done to make it play. He couldn't turn it off.
I clicked on that and now well, maybe that's what I need to. Nope, I've lost my chat on this side.
Yeah, the music wasn't bad. At least it wasn't horrible music, but he didn't mean to make it play.
No, I'm trying to figure it out now.
He's still
I
trying to
can't
figure
get
it
back
out.
to my.
Can you not get to chat?
Yeah, I can't. I got chat on my other
Do
screen,
you want to
but
talk to him to hold on?
but I had it on the
Didn't stop.
on the other one, and I don't know what I've done now.
Not quite sure.
All right, what have I did? What did I go and do? What have I done did?
Sounds like fun. Not. I'm gonna have to dig my way up, I think, 'cause I went exploring down here. And now I'm so turned around and lost. I don't know where I'll be back.
Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get my chat back up on my other screen, but when I clicked that link, it took me out. Hey, Seaweed. Yeah, it popped though in a weird way. I clicked it on the wrong side. So
I have so much cobble and so much coal, it's ridiculous. I may have to consider touch so it
I
becomes.
clicked it on the wrong chat stream because the chat shows up on my
If I have the,
other
the enchantment levels to do it.
on my other stream, and when I clicked it, it started trying to play it over here. I guess that's all right, but I can still see the chat, but it's just not like it was. And do you still have the stream going on? So I'm still up and everything.
Yes.
So
As far as I know, I don't have it. Yeah, you're still up.
okay, all right. So keep on going with what we got here. I can see the chat on my other monitor. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're almost back. Okay, all right, I've got it back on both now. Oh, all right. Thank you for that shout out, LNW. I will watch that, and I can watch it on my other screen now. You didn't? That's the way you learn. I'm kind of crazy that way. I will go in and click on something. Let's see what that does. I've always said that when I retire in the shop that I work in, I always see these switches. I always wondered what they did. So on my last day, I'm going to walk through and flick switches just to see what they do. I will be popular.
They'll escort your butt out.
That's cool, Ellen W. Thank you for
Yeah.
the shout out.
I told him, I said, they'll escort your butt out too.
Thank you. I've got your list for the wheat pennies too that I'll start working on after I finish this box. So there was a blazer that I saw pop out here. So another one of those crazy pennies. What we have here, it's a 56. I mean, that's as nice as that 55. I'm gonna have to talk to Seaweed and see how Seaweave and see how many she's wanting to retain, because that one's not too shabby either.
That's a pretty penny.
Okay. Look at the stalks on that penny.
That's beautiful.
It's got some spottage on it. It's not quite as clean as that other one we looked at. And all that kind of stuff counts toward getting that designation that you need to get. But man, that's pretty clean. Pretty clean. So what y'all think? It's got some spottage on it. I don't think that one would get a 67. This is going to feel a for sure upgrader, but I don't think I'm going to send that one in.
Still pretty.
It is. Yes, definitely. To my understanding too, and I might be wrong. If I am, y'all please correct me. But like for me, I'm not monetized, so I can play anything I want, and I just have to state, you know, I don't own the right to this music and that kind of thing.
I don't think that's how it works, honey.
There's another guy that y'all all know, Ravenhawk, and he was doing Garth Brooks songs the other day. Of course, he sings, but he was using Garth Brooks, the Thunder Rose song, and he just stated that this was not a monetized stream, and that he did not own the right to any of this music.
Take you down, honey, for that. That's not how it works. I don't care if
I don't think he would risk his channel, because he's one of the bigger names.
Trust me.
But I'm not. I mean, why would y'all want music when you have my voice to entertain you?
Oh, you're funny.
Spicy Fox, we've talked about that, and we don't think that article was real. It was a publicity stunt, I believe. That's a 46 wheat. Because I would be sad if they let the pennies. Because doing halves and busting those silver and finding silver coin in a half box is fun, but you know, for what you have to put in to get a box of pennies and the things that you can find. I mean, I know these are in exceptional rolls, but even in a bank box, I found a Shelly nose. I tried to send it to her, and it got oh, cool, seaweed. I found a 1920 Canadian penny, and it was in a bank box, and it was, I mean, it was awesome. And I tried to send it to Shelly, and it didn't make it through our mail service. And to be honest, I'm not blaming the mail service, because I did not do a very good job in trying to package it so that it made it. I've learned my lesson. Everything I've shipped since that one has gone through without an issue. So there's another machine doubled. You see the doubling on the 9 and the 8. Machine doubling.
Okay, here goes digging up. Praying I don't run into lava.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, Stephanie. Sorry about that, LNW. I don't know if I subscribe to your channel or not. Do I have you on the quick links, LNW? I'm subscribed now, so I'm going to put you up there. Give me just a second to add your channel to our quick links. Oops.
Yeah, I hadn't subbed to him either. I need to.
We're having some technical difficulties here. Yeah, I think eventually, Spicy Fox, they will go away, but I don't think that article had any merit. It was kind of a hoax, because I can't believe if the pennies were officially going away that there would not be more talk about that since that article came out. I think the last one, Shelley put a link up yesterday, and it was, hey, base man. So you get a copyright claim, so that's different than a strike. So a strike's bad, right? I guess. Awesome, seaweed. Everybody, say hi to Base Man. And if you, Base Man, are you streaming Monday? Okay, LW, I think I have your channel on the queue now. See if that works. Nope. He is the bass man. And I thought that too, to be honest with you. Stephanie, when I first started seeing it. And there's another YouTube guy that's bass man. But this is the original Bassman 64, player of bass and owner of uncirculated coinage extraordinaire. How are things in your world today, Bassman? Thank you for stopping by. I'm on days this week, so 1940. So I hope to be able to stop by and enjoy your stream Monday night. 1940s. The Copper Owl will be on in a couple hours here. I think he's kicking off at 2. Who was that? High Pockets. Do you know if he's sold out on his rolls? I think he was talking with somebody yesterday on one of the other streams. It's a 56. 64D.
Good night, Tom.
Oh, it does? Sorry about that. Let me fix that. Sorry about that, Bassman. Okay, let's try that again. Know the feeling, Bassman. Patrick Johnson, how are you doing today? Okay, somebody click that link and see if that gets you to the right channel.
Too far away from home.
Pa hit 1,400 last night. That was exciting to see him get there.
Plant deliveries.
There's a 55D. Yeah, sorry about that, bass man. It's not like you're not synonymous with Southern metal. They still would have found you eventually. Yeah, Allison, my wife, she subscribed to him last night too. So that was a good group effort. Go team. Got pot of 1,400. So now we got to aim for 15. Did you guys see the giveaway for the 1,500? That was awesome. It's good to have you back hunting again, bass man. Are you going to do any more covers? You guys go and click on Bassman's link. He does some covers for some music on the bass. Some good listening there. These damaged pennies. Is it kind of like this, Spicy Fox? These aren't gold plated, these are copper, but this is a 5 ounce and this is a 1 ounce, I believe. Replica of the Pa's Cabin. I'm so used to calling it Pa's Cabin now that, oh, I saw you thanking him about the awesome package, Patrick, but I didn't know what you had gotten. I didn't know what it was he had sent you. That Advocurt, buddy, he is a cool dude. I hope he continues to recover and get back on his feet good with that knee replacement. He has had some issues with that this go around. In my understanding, it didn't seem that it was as bad this is his second knee replacement, I believe, if I'm saying that right. And I think this one was a harder recovery. Yeah, that's some good music, bass man. You do a good job with that. Extremely talented. You guys click on Bassman's channel and look at some of his videos in the queue, and you can find some of the covers that has done for us. Some of the classic songs and things from the past. Very talented man, that bass man. I hear the golf game could use some work, but you can play a bass. Okay, Spicy Fox. And so is that kind of like you get chances to win that, Spicy Fox, at your coin store, at the coin shop? Yeah, they are nice seaweed. I won those off the mom and pop giveaway during the Sunday streams he was doing. No, I'm good on the pesos there, Spicy Fox. Okay, so that was row 17, I think. We found a Steely 43S and some more wheat cents. That was row 18. So I guess an Steely is actually a wheat cent. So we'll count that as 8 wheat cents, with one being a steel cent. So that's going to be your total now 11. 111 wheat cent through 18 rows. Yeah, he kind of made those popular, seaweed, when he started showing those. Okay, roll 19. I haven't done a very good job of it, Stephanie. I was trying to do a better job in this box. The other rolls that I did, I kind of lost track as I went through, and I was more worried about making the videos than I was keeping up with the coins. I think there was 300. I think I ended up with 300, over 300 Wheaties in that other box. Well, we can't have that, base man. I never had a golf game. That's the one sport that I ever took up. And I was never a star athlete, mind you. But I never took on anything that just by practicing and doing that I couldn't get proficient at. And yes, they did seaweed, I believe, and it's, if you find one, just remember your friends. But golf is one thing I could never get any better at. I could hit the irons, but if I tried the driver, I sliced that thing so bad. A buddy of mine said he thought if I could hit it hard enough that it would come all the way back around and hit me in the back of the head. I could almost turn 90 degrees to the place that I wanted to hit it for the ball to go there. 55. Another wheat. What we got there? 53, maybe. Yep, 53. It's another one. 58. That one's a little old. Tarnished, rather. 51. Well, you know, in on Paul's stream and Mr. Baseman here, they found a gold coin in penny rolls. I probably got the infamous sticker. So this is a sticker of the coin. It's a 45 peso that they found. There's been 2 or 3, I think. Baseman won during a box battle with Hudson, and then they found one in the boxes they were doing on a Sunday. I think there's been 2 or 3 found in these penny rolls, but that's just a sticker from Paul's spare time of the copy of that coin. But there's been 2 or 3 gold coins found in these penny rolls over the course of the boxes. And then Paul's got some that he's doing as donator prizes right now, if you so choose. Got 44. Hey, yeah, speaking of Viva La Mikey, there's Mr. Mikey right there. He has Mikey and his other cousin, Mikey. I've got to make an appointment for me and my wife to go and get our eyes checked. And I think I got a pair one time. I really wasn't super satisfied with them, but I want to try the progressive lens again. I think we have another Indian head. This is going to be the 5th Indian head for the box. Let me zoom in a little bit as we look at this one. Indian head scent. What date? This one's got some damage rolled up over the O and 1, it looked like. Oops. $1,900. So everything we found, I think we did find one. So that's a 1900. We have a 1880, and the rest were all 1900s. There's a 07, 01, and a 05 Indian head. That's the 5th Indian head we found, and we're not halfway through the box yet. You know, base man, maybe you could, I don't know what the availability of courses where you're at, but, and I've never gotten an opportunity to play one. I always wanted to because, well, when I say this, I was never, very good at golf at all. I mean, you know, I enjoyed the effort and getting out and playing, but I like to hit the irons. I could hit an iron, at least I could hit it straight. I wasn't no control over how far it went, but I always wanted to play one of the par 3 courses. And so, you know, a par 3 course might be doable without overstressing yourself trying to hit it out there so hard. But really and truly, it's getting out and exercise is the big benefit in the golf game. Because as much as I like sitting here looking at coins, not the best exercise in the world. Not the best exercise. I don't know what I'm going to do when I retire one day, because my activity at work is such a high state that I don't worry so much about physical part of it because I'm so busy at work all the time. But when that goes away, I'm definitely going to have to find something to keep the body moving. And you did a fine job, Seaweed. Ooh, there's a pretty Paws cabin. And I tell you what, these 09s out of these roads are immaculate. That's the third one of those that we found, and all of them have been in really good shape. Well, third cabin, but all 3 of them are in really good shape. It wasn't for me, base man. My brother-in-law was an avid golfer and very good, and he gave up trying to fix my slice. He could not see what I was doing in the mechanics. Somehow or another, I was turning my shoulder or something when I came down and hit the ball, but I could not hit a driver to save my life. I was enthusiastic about it though. I didn't let it slow me down in trying. I was out one time. Oh, 28. Nice. I was out one time with one of my bosses, kind of an informal. I wasn't much of a beer drinker, but they like to play golf where they drank a can a hole. So needless to say, it was a tough time toward the end. Matter of fact, they lost a golf cart in the lake one day, and we were asked politely not to come back. But my boss had walked in front of the tee where I was teeing off, and I determined I was gonna hit this ball. I had my driver, and I reared back and hit that thing, and I hit it off the heel of the club, and it hit him in the ribs under his arm, and he lifted his shirt up, and you could see the dimples in his side where that ball had hit. I thought I'd killed him. I said, well, there went that raise for the year. he was well into the cans of beer. I don't even think he felt it. Okay, so that's row 18, I think. It was a pretty good amount of Wheaties in that row. 10, we'll go with 10 for that row. Had a 53 that had some good color to it. Oh, and the 28. Forgot about that one. Let me go back to my other camera. Sorry about that. So, and then we had the 28. Let's see if that's a hole filler. 28, what was that? P. Yep. That one I have. So that's 10 for that box. That row, rather. Catching up on the chat. Which 2009 P net thing. Oh, so that's going to put us at 121 wheat cents for the box so far. Yeah, he was bruised. I saw him that Monday, and he did have a sizable bruise. There's not much meat there on that rib cage. He was rail thin, so he had no cushion. Wow, y'all see that wheat cent? That steel penny? It is a gorgeous. Look at that. The 43D. Pretty steel cent. Yeah, that was part of my wife's Alley Cat's coin hoard. A stack of the $2,000 coins. I haven't looked through them yet. I don't really know what the varieties on those are. Okay, Netfine. That's a good activity to do. That's why I like Paul's stream so much. Is he hunts with his grandson, and then Robin Hood coins is a fun stream to watch. The way he interacts with his daughters in that stream is cool. So 97, we can look for the double deer.
Bye, Shelly.
Hey, Shelly.
Fixing to leave.
Oh, you heading out? Okay, we'll be around.
Fine.
We will be around. I will probably get off here before long in preparation for Copper Owl's stream, because I try to help him with moderating. I wish that I had background in collecting coins from an earlier era. I know I've told this story before on some of my other live streams, but in the summertime, my grandparents lived in Lovington, New Mexico, which is it's about an hour west of Lubbock, I believe, just over the Mexico state line, New Mexico state line. And so every summer I would go out there and spend the summer. I was really free labor, but my granddad had some cows that he raised, and I would help bale alfalfa and do that stuff. Of course, they always gave me some pocket change, pocket money. But my grandmother worked at a laundromat, and you just imagine the opportunity to come in contact with all those quarters back in the early 70s. If I knew what I knew now, I could have looked through a lot of coins, and the coins, I believe the coins in my coin book that she left all the grandkids, most of those coins came from that washateria. Maybe some of them didn't, because I don't know though. I mean, you find change out of your pockets in the washer, but because there's a peace dollar in this collection that she left me, so I doubt very seriously that was found that way. But there's a 22 peace dollar that she had in her collection. But I think a lot of those coins came from that washateria. Yeah. What kind of coin is that, base man? Would that be a nasty?
Hey, babe.
Hey, Mama, I'm on the way home. Do y'all need anything?
You need anything, Mike?
Hey guys, give me just a second.
You need anything? Hang on.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. My son was called on the phone.
No, I mean, really, Mike was excited for a second there. But we had to make him cross down.
I don't know, L&W. We may get to the sticker stage at some point, but I'm just having fun looking at the coins and being able to interact with you guys, and it's just a cool way to search coins.
I like their mozzarella sticks. I think they're my favorite. Never had Burger King.
There's a 57. There's a 41. 56, I believe. What's that under the scope?
Somewhere I got them recently.
The 47S.
They got bomb hours one day, and they had mozzarella. Well, I didn't look close.
56D. But that's awesome, that thing, getting her involved in that and rolling coins and
By the time you get them
all of that.
yeah, they're not, but they're so
It's a
cold,
53. Got some stuff to it.
They weren't, yeah, they were kind of congealed.
53D.
But Dairy Queen has cheese curds. I don't know what kind of cheese it is actually, but they're like little balls that are fried. Oh, it's in Northport. We have a Dairy Queen over here. Yeah, there's a Dairy Queen right over here.
Really, basement. I was born a year before you.
Jacob said the food wasn't very good. Ice cream was good. And the cheese curds weren't bad at all. They were good, but I still prefer Arby's.
I had a guy approach me at work about, he was wanting to know if some of his mom's coins were valuable.
Yeah.
He had seen me watching YouTube on my phone, and I said, well, I don't know what you got. He said, I don't know what they are. They're sorry about that. Said they're big dollar coins, and we determined they were Morgan dollars, but I think they were average circulation at the best. But I let him borrow my small copy of my red book so that he could look up some values on them. I'm getting worried though, he's not brought it back yet. He's had it for a while. So row 18, we're going to end up with 7 wheat and 1 in a really nice 43D steel cent. That was row 20. That would have 7 with 1 being a steel. So that's going to put us at 128 through 20 rows. So are you just building a bench in your shop, base man? Yeah, Shelly sent me a picture of a CC Morgan that they have. I think she posted it on Discord too. And I never really knew what the deal was with the Carson City. And when she sent the picture, she sent the information that comes with it. So that was interesting in reading that. I always had wondered what was the big deal about the Carson City Morgans. And so that I was able to learn something about that today. That was cool. So we got 1 more hour to a copper owl stream. Yeah. 52D. I don't have a whole lot in the Morgan and Peace dollars.
Let me go down tropical fish finally.
57. 56, I believe. There's a, I'm just going to go ahead and put that one in the bucket. It's 09 in pretty bad shape. 74D. Well, we managed to fill some spots in the old album there during this. And LNW sent me a list of the pennies that he's been looking for. Oh, yeah, shelves. For some reason or another, I thought you said you were building a bench. That's a 63, and I've got one in my album. It has, which I said something about this the other day, but I thought it was cool to find that penny. I don't know. I'm going to take it out. But I found another one that was counter stamped the other day, a counter, if you will. This was a 64 that has the counter-struck Kennedy in it. And then bankroll box that I was hunting, I found a 63 and that has the counter-struck. So I never have really looked. So this one struck in a way that it actually intrudes over onto the thinking they're getting intimate there. And then this other one was kind of a better strike, I think. I never really looked at mine to see how close it was. So this one's more off-struck. I like that one. And it's clean. But this one was a little bit overlap there. But I like that it was a 63 with that counter stamp on it. So that would make my little spot that it filled a little nicer, in my opinion. The baseman is a man of many talents. I made my wife a treasure chest. I say made. Now I'm gonna be honest. I went to Hobby Lobby and bought a little box that looks like a treasure chest. I don't know if you guys have ever played any of the board pen and paper Dungeons and Dragons type game. We played a game that was a Pathfinder.
And we played with nobody.
Yeah. And if you see nobody in the chat, it's a friend of ours that we played that game with, but playing those games is a little bit, you have to have a special dice.
You gotta have a lot of dice.
You have to have a special dice to play. This is one here. This would be called a D10. Oops, I'm still zoomed in, I'm sorry. A D10 dice. And then they make D20s, D4s, and you have to roll the dice to progress through the game. Well, you have lucky dice and unlucky dice. And I guess you just have to keep buying dice till you find the lucky ones. Because my wife had racked up some dice, so I made her a little chest to keep her dice in. and sectioned it out so that there were different areas in it for her to put her dice in.
We're hopefully fixing to start playing again.
Told me, but it was going to be on the second floor or something, right?
We'll manage somehow. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
That would be cool.
I may have to Discord me in. I don't know.
With COVID coming, it kind of shut all that down. So
You know the castle closed.
yeah, I do.
Our store closed.
My wife was telling me that they're trying to get a game up again to start playing again. Yes, Stephanie, you have to take care of those dice. This is a box that my son had. These are steel dice. So this would be a D20. And then you roll the dice to determine what your actions do. So they have a dice for each function. Hey, Ringmaster Ray, how you doing, brother? Thank you for coming in.
Still wish I could find another.
We're green for another 45 minutes or so, and then I'm going to sign off and help moderate on Copper Owl stream. Well, actually, I may sign off here in a couple minutes. My son just brought some lunch in. So 46, 73. So this, I think I'm gonna make this the last roll for this stream. We've been on for 3 hours and 22 minutes, so that's a pretty good run. Getting ready to metal detect. Cool, Marine Master Ray. To a park, or where are you? What kind of land are you going on? I've always wanted to get a permission from somebody to go look. The best place that we've got to metal detect. Yeah, Wolf Riviera. Yeah, the Pathfinder paper game. That's what they're playing. But there's an old university golf course here in town that I've hunted some. And then I found, maybe next stream I'll go get them. I found several Civil War bullets and things of that nature. I found 3 times so far in the few years that I've been doing this. Rosy dimes, so nothing major, but I have found a few things. It's an enjoyable hobby. I use Mine Lab Equinox that I really like. I start with an Ace 250, so that was a good unit. So that row ended up with 8 wheat cents. So let's do a wrap up of where we're at so far. 8 more, that's going to end up with a total of 134 wheat cents for 21 rows cert. $136, I'm sorry. And row 21 had 8 wheat cents. They play on Discord some, Wolf Riviera. They have played some Pathfinder on Discord.
It's Rivera, not Riviera.
Okay, Seaweed, I'm going to get ready for Copper Owl stream. I appreciate y'all visiting with me. Hope I've kept you company through the the morning and into the afternoon here. It was a good live stream, half hours, so I appreciate everybody that joined. If you don't mind, hit that like button on the way out. Turn that notification bell on. Stephanie said she got notification today for the stream when it started. And subscribe if you haven't. Going to try to push it on up to 100 subscribers at some point. I'm trying to decide what I would like to do for a giveaway. But when we get to 100, we'll come up with something. I'm sure I can find something that would be desirable as a giveaway. We'll do that, and I thank y'all for joining me today. Have a good Sunday, and may be on later this evening. I don't stay up late on work nights, but we might get another hour or two in later today. So thank y'all for joining. Have a good day. We'll see you next time on